Today I'm going to be reading another of Aesop's fables, and it is The North Wind and the Sun. The North Wind looked down on the earth and was pleased with what he saw. He had been blowing all night, and he could see the difference he had made to the land. Lines of tall poplar trees were bent over, and their branches almost touching the ground, and thousands of dandelion seeds were blowing around like small white parachutes over the bare fields. The North Wind was so pleased he sang a little song. The north wind doth blow, and we shall have snow, and what will poor Robin do then? Poor thing, he'll sleep in a barn and keep himself warm and hide his head under his wing. Poor thing. In the same sky the sun also looked down on the earth and was pleased with what he saw. His warm rays had made sunflowers turn their gold faces towards him. The bare trees of winter were green again, and their little Robin, no longer cold, had come out of his hiding place and was hopping on the sunlit grass looking for worms. This is the world I like, said the sun, smiling, a world of light and happiness. The north wind and the sun each thought they were very strong. They were stronger than the other. When I blow, said the north wind, the trees bow to my command. The sea rises up and floods the shore. Children hold on to lampposts to stop from being blown away. Everyone notices the north wind. The sun disagreed. I have a far greater effect, he said. I make things grow and flourish and feel better. The power of the sun is stronger than anything. Let us have a contest then, said the north wind. Let us see which of us can remove the coat of the man reading under that apple tree. The sun agreed. You go first, he said. The man under the apple tree had no idea what was coming. He sat turning the pages of his book, enjoying the peace and quiet of the lovely sunny day. Above, the north wind puffed up his cheeks and blew as hard as he could. The sky grew dark. The branches of the apple tree began to sway violently, and all the apples fell from the ground. Pages were whipped out of the man's book and scattered in the wind. The man had to hang on to his hat and coat to stop them from being blown off. I shall remove his coat by sheer force, the north wind shouted, blowing even harder. However hard the north wind blew, he couldn't remove the man's coat and hat. I shall try a different method, said the sun. The sun filled up the sky with warm golden light. The air became calm. The apple tree stood upright, and the pages from the man's book settled onto the ground. The man under the apple tree relaxed. He began to feel warm again. He took off his hat and unbuttoned his coat. What a wonderful summer day, said the man. I no longer need such warm clothes. And he took off his coat and laid it on the grass. Then he stretched out in the sun and went to sleep. The sun turned to the north wind. You can't always force people to do what you want, he said. Sometimes it's better to persuade them. Perhaps my methods were a little harsh, admitted the north wind. We are very different, the sun said, but we can still be good friends. The north wind and the sun began to laugh together about their foolish content, and below them the man under the tree picked up his things and went home. The north wind blew a small cloud in the direction of the smiling sun, and a few raindrops fell to the ground. A rainbow spread across the sky, and the north wind and the sun had made it together. It is better to persuade others than to force them to do what you want. The end.